Alright guys, Scorpion here. We're going to go over the build for the Lightning Whirlwind build, Gr50 Plus. Right now we're being able to get it up to, I don't know, pushing about 54, no Unity right now. I think I can go just a little bit higher. But we're going to go over it in detail with the different choices and why I choose them. First we're going to start off with Overpower Killing Spree. It runs with the Lightning runes, which I prefer to use Lightning. Critical hit chance of 8% is beautiful. It also procs often, so it ends up being a really good choice. It hits pretty good. I've seen it hit up in the 600-700 million range, and it goes off also fairly often. So it's a pretty good choice. It's the reason why I prefer to use this one over the Rend. The Rend just takes too long. It's a little bit slower. I mean, they give it a 500% damage boost, but I don't know. It doesn't seem to be as effective as the output you can get from this. Some of the other things, Lightning just generally seems to be overall one of the best things, because here's another reason why. The Whirlwind, I'm going with Wind Shear. Every time you're hitting something, you're getting 1 Fury back. This, with a couple other elements, allows me to drop one of the passives that allows for a pickup of another damage output passive. So Lightning at first seems to be kind of weak. It's not the most powerful of the runes and stuff you can use, but overall it makes for a really good build. Some of the other choices, let's see. Having to do some commentary over the thing doesn't work quite as well. Battle Rage, going with Bloodshed. Some of the other choices here, you could have went with I've been tempted to go with the plus 15% damage. It's tempting, but so far, the 20% explosion is cool, and it seems to be effective. I haven't played around with switching it to see maybe or maybe not the 15% might be better. I'm not sure. Also, Warcry, going with Impunity. Some of you already kind of noticed. Seems to be the best choice. There's another way I get around the increased armor. So that's kind of your best choice there. Wrath of the Berserker, running with Insanity, although it doesn't really matter. Luckily us here on the PS4 kind of got an inadvertent blessing of the Mordek's Brace. It's unfortunate the PC didn't get it right now. I don't really want to go into it, but that sucks. If you had to, you could do without the Mordek's Brace and probably go with Reaper's Wraps, and then whether you needed the 50% damage or the 50% reduction, probably be a pretty good choice. Let's see. Yeah, I consider going with some of the others, but overall those two are probably the best ones if you don't have the Mordek's. Call of the Ancients, running with the 50% damage reduction. This is pretty much what allows me to use no Unity between this and the Mordek's Brace, and just doing the Whirlwinds in general. Makes survivable possible. Some of these other ones are kind of cool and they're fun when running lower rifts, which I'll probably do another little video on that later. There's some cool things you can do with some of the other rifts. Here, Berserker Rage, the build that I got going keeps you at max fury pretty much all the time, so it works. It comes out really well. My amulet's giving me the Ruthless right now, so it's another one you definitely kind of need. But this one comes in handy, and like I said, you'll be able to stay at full fury pretty much all through the whole rift, so you're getting that extra 25% boost. This one here, we're running with a weapon that is a mighty weapon, so 2 fury per hit, is another reason why the lightning build is going to work. Rampage, other than the Rift Guardian, works really well. It's going to help you clear through a lot faster. Gives you a little bit of armor, and it gives you a little bit of increased attack. Just going to allow for some of them crazier numbers. We don't have to use Buna Bokathos. We're getting around it with a little bit of a legendary gem and some cooldown. So we're going to use Unforgiving. This is the other way to keep your max fury up all the time. Instead of degenerating, we're going to generate 2 fury every second, which is nice. I like having full fury. Weapon-wise, running with Boulder Breaker. Finally found an ancient one. It's not ideal. I would like to have the Vitality over the Life per Fury. Wouldn't mind having a little bit higher on the Call of the Ancients, but I'll keep looking for one of them. Gauntlets of the Waste. This is pretty much the setup I like to run with it ever since I've been playing with my monk. It's almost ideal, you know, so I'm pretty happy with those. Pauldrons, again, CD or the cooldown. I like to run that. I just enjoy having that little extra cooldown. Running the Series of the Waste. Right now, running with Overpower. It's pretty good setup. May need to make some changes. I tried a 54 without the Unity earlier and ran into Gr50 at the end, or Gom, whatever. And he's tough. You can watch the video. It was crazy. It got really kind of crazy and ugly. But so I might make some changes there. But right now, a little boost of the Overpower is nice. Let's see what else we got going on. Running with the Helm. This is pretty much ideal. You know, I get a little bit more crit hit chance out of it. I like running with the cooldown reduction. Getting stuff to come back around is important. Hellfire Amulet, not ancient. We'll keep working on that. Running with the Ruthless passive. I'll get into the legendary gems here in a little bit. Mordec's Brace, again, you know, I feel it sucks that it was only dropped for the PS4. But it's awesome. It's a phenomenal item. It allows for a lot of this build and for doing it without the Unity ring. It's cool. It's almost ideally rolled. Ring of Royal Grandeur, decent. Keep looking for a better one. I would kind of like it if I could get one to drop with a socket already on it. So I can get crit hit chance possibly and crit hit damage. Keep looking for that. Convention of Elements, beautiful ring. Rolls pretty nice usually when you get it. Not ancient. I could get a little bit more out of it as far as the increased damage goes. It's a phenomenal ring. I'll get into why I think that in a little bit. Sabatons of the Waste. Whirlwind damage right now, they're about ideal. Could push a little bit more vitality maybe. Immortal Kings, cool stuff. Run with 3 of them. These are pretty much ideally rolled. I really got no problems with that. Lightning Resist versus an All Resist is probably the only thing. Immortal Kings, Travel Binding, Life per Fury spent. No, this is a little survival tactics. We spend lots of Fury, and we also hit things a lot, so that allows for a lot of regeneration. But running with all white gems in the pants and chest piece. Again, something kind of carried over from when I used to run my monk. Survival becomes more important. Legendary gems. This is one little trick that's allowing you to not have to use the Boon of Belcathos. It's giving you 15% cooldown and 15% attack speed, so your damage output's a lot higher and faster. You're also getting your overpowers quicker. You're getting back around so you can stay permanent berserker. Convention of the Element rings. It's beautiful. How it works, you can take a look at that. Teguk, I think I got it up to about 54, I think, right now, but it's great. I mean, you're getting a great boost to attack, you're getting a great boost to your armor. It takes a little while to get it up, but we hit pretty fast, so it's not terrible. Bane of the Trapped, it's a multiplicative gem. It's up fairly decent. The slow is not that big of a deal, but the damage output is pretty significant. Look over this stuff real quick. Crit hit chance, crit hit damage are things I like. This is how they are, not buffed up. When you're out there running, take a look at them with this build. They really get nice, and they allow for a really high damage output. Cooldown reduction also gets better when you're out there running. Lightning damage, I wish I could find a way to boost this a little more. If you get this up closer to 50 or 60, the output would be phenomenal. Call of the Ancients could be up to about 60. I just ain't find a better boulder breaker. Whirlwind, another one I wish I could get a little boost more into. I ain't found a way to do it yet. Keep messing around and trying for it though. Overpower's the same. You can get a beautiful little boost out of that if you get a little higher. Damage reduction, this is okay. When you're out there running Teguk and everything, it gets really nice. These numbers all get really nice. One other thing is when you're out there, like it's 78.51% is okay. It'll get higher, but there'll also be a number next to it that says plus a certain percent, and that's really where you get a lot of your reduction from. Crowd control, need some. Don't want to get stuck with Wrath of the Berserker. It don't really matter, but still nice. Max life, this is a little low. Like I said, if you watch the video where I got into ferocity, things got bad. Life per second is not as important here as it is I found with other classes. Just because we hit so much and so fast, I'm thinking that one of the little secrets of survival at the higher levels is going to be this life per hit. The Fury spins good, but the life per hit. I mean, we're going so fast, hitting so many things, that's actually going to create a much, much higher result than the life per second, I believe. Health globe, I don't know, I wish I could switch it to my life per hit. It's just kind of semi-useless, I think. Yeah, I mean, sure, it probably figures in somewhere, but health globe bonus radius or whatever I really like. Other numbers are kind of average, just what you want to run with. One last thing. Here we go with movement speed, maxed out. Quinn C had a nice little thing on why to do that with the monk, carried it over, and then the rest goes into your primary attribute for damage output and a little bit of armor. Here, attack speed's the last one I'm trying to get fully maxed out. I'm more worried about the others. Life per second, same. Gold find, almost irrelevant. I'll show another video eventually on a really fun way to make tons of gold. You can also use it to level up quicker in the lower Paragons. We'll go out here on a 48 and show you what kind of numbers we get out of this. I know some people were wondering how we were getting into the upper 1 point billions. Now I got a little distracted here trying to look for numbers and talk. I get killed here in a second. But once I get back, we'll get into the numbers and end up getting a pretty good result. Survivability generally is not a problem. I mean, getting the frozen orbs plus the arcane. See, you got me right there. Don't have Tegu fully up yet. Luckily, Berserker and Call of the Ancients is coming back around because I'm about ready to get killed again. Alright, I popped them back. Now we're back in business. Alright, start taking these guys down. We'll see from the numbers right now, they're just so-so. Some of the better ones looking like maybe probably 300 million, 300 million consistently. 500 million there for a second. We'll push just a little bit better on it. Alright. See if we can get our ring to roll around, which I like to call the melt. I think I've seen a 1.4 billion there for a second. Let's see. But generally I played hardcore for a while. Got up to mid 400 Paragons there. Yeah, so hardcore is helping a lot. Just trying to get some good numbers here. But if you have any questions on the build or anything, you guys want to recommend anything for Gr50 and all that kind of stuff. But I think we can get some good numbers here in just a second. And I'll talk to you guys later.